It was December 1st, 1955. I was young and sexy. I was 20 years old.
So if you're 20 back then, you'd be about 95 now?
Black don't crack unless you're using it.
Okay, shout out to Gary Johnson for doing the work that I sure as heck was not willing to do. But in the comment for one of my Madea homecoming videos, Gary says this: they actually got the Madea timeline right with the flashback in this movie. Madea graduated high school in 1953. Her 50-year class reunion shown in the play, Madea's Class Reunion, was in 2003, meaning that she was born in 1935 and was 18 years old in 1953 when she graduated from high school. Then if you look at the mugshot of Madea in Boo 2, it says she was born 1935. So her being 20 in 1955 makes sense. They finally got the continuity right after so many years. And the post goes on to say, now the Mabel series, I'ma just regard that as its own thing. Hopefully they don't specifically say what year it takes place. So even though the show's logline says the 70s, the fans can disregard that and say that it takes place in the late 50s, early 60s at the most. Especially the late 60s if they're going to be people in the show with afros, since that's when they started to become the style. Or if they do say in the show that it's the 70s, they don't mention how old Madea is. But given that the Mabel series was announced back in like April of last year, but we haven't heard anything since, it's tough to say if it's either still going to be a thing or if they could possibly change it around. I mean, the original headline said that it would take place in the 70s. Madea would be in her 20s, but they might shift it around. Who knows? Maybe they'll go the 50s route. Because my biggest thing, I remember when they first announced it, I said, the thing I'm most interested in is who's the person that's going to be playing the role of Mabel, Madea in her 20s. Is it going to be, like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be Tyler Perry dressed as a younger Madea. It's going to be a Madea-esque person, like a woman playing Madea, like an act, not a younger man playing a younger Madea, but a woman playing Madea. And she describes herself in the trailer for the Homecoming film as a, sexy young thing in my 20. I was 20 in 1955. So it's like, that would be hilarious as hell to get, an attractive woman to play younger Mabel to show that, dang, Madea really was sexy back in the day. I don't know why. I would just find that funny. But Gary, like I said, he did the legwork. He encompassed the work from the promo for Madea Homecoming, the class reunion play, and the Boo 2 movie. So that's like 3 Madea projects right there linked together, which get her age right. You got 2 movies and a play. Now, in the comments, Entertainment TV says, but is the movies and plays connected to each other? To be completely honest, that's why I've never put together a definitive timeline for Madea, because of the fact that you got Madea in the plays, the movies, and TV show appearances like in House of Pain and Love Thy Neighbor. But the thing about it is, the plays aren't even connected, right? Sometimes the plays, the continuity of one play will be completely different from the continuity of the other, such as, Brown's wife and Madea having this many grandchildren, or, this many aunts, or, this many children. There are just so many different avenues to explore. And I don't hold the plays to the same level of they have to be continuity wise as I do with the TV shows, because no, the plays, I always treated the plays as standalone. That was just my opinion, because remember, they came out when I was a kid. 2003, I was only like 12, 11 years old at the time. I was watching those plays with the family for fun. It wasn't me doing this for a job. Like, I might do play reviews. That's something on my to-do list. It's not something I'm rushing to do, but in my downtime, like, watch a play, just take notes and just review the plays. That'll be fun, but it's hard to actually look at the plays with the same eyes I do as a movie or TV show I'm trying to review, because for me, the plays were just that. Playtime. Sit back, watch the plays, maybe skip through some of the songs, but then, go about my business. So yeah, let me know what you think of the timeline. I mean, it adds up. I actually went back and checked, and Gary was right on his facts from the year of the high school reunion, 1953, 18 when she graduated, as well as the mugshot and Boo 2. So Tyler Perry got it right. I don't know if Tyler Perry went through the archives of Madea to get it right himself, or maybe this was a complete ass pull and he actually got it right. Oh, I was right, 55. Oh yeah, I got it right. So props to Tyler Perry or whoever pointed out, hey Tyler, you might want to say 1955 Madea was 20 because it lines up. So with that being said, again, thank you, Gary. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on young, sexy Madea. And how do you think this flashback is going to be? This is going to be pretty interesting to say the least. But just to kind of end the video with how old is Madea, it seems the agreed continuity is that she was born in 1935. Now, at the moment, I looked at the trailer and everything. I don't believe that the promo, the poster, the plot synopsis of the movie, or the screenshots that have been released, I don't think anywhere has confirmed the year. Like, Tim is the class of blank from this university. So are we to assume the film takes place in 2022? I don't know. I believe it was filmed in 2021. But regardless, even if the film itself took place in 2022, Madea was 20 in 1955, that would mean that she would be around her late 80s, maybe 86 to 88. Or again, if it was 1935 when she was born and the movie takes place in 2022, she'd be around roughly 86, 87. So I know that, was it Laura, or basically the character in the promo that said, wait, if you were 20 then in 1955, wouldn't you be like 95 or something now? Black don't crack unless you use it. Unless you smoke it. So it's one of those situations where she's close to 90 regardless. I mean, even if the film doesn't take place in 2022, if it's like 2019, 2022, give or take, she's in her mid to late 80s, and I feel like that's the best age to put her at. But I do know that in the promo photo that Tyler Perry posted a few weeks ago, when he was kind of spoofing, Beyonce and Adele, there was the Madea album, if you will, or the let me get the right terminology here, Mabel, and she was releasing her album 90. But I always think of it this way, just as kind of a joke, because me, I love my comic book references, if you will. I think about the Joker and the Killing Joke when he said something along the lines of, I'm not exactly sure what happened in my past. It's like sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer to be multiple choice. And then I think about older characters and other media, such as Grandpa from Hey Arnold. But in that series, they actually did establish what his age was, because there was the one episode where he felt there was a family curse and that everyone in the short man family, well, every man, for example, would die once they reach like 65. I forgot the age. I forgot the episode, but his birthday literally was the day he thought he would die. But then after doing some math, Arnold figured out that, no, Grandpa, you got it wrong. You got like another 10 years or so. So in the Boondocks, Granddad, like, he would tell these outlandish stories of being present for like, this certain moment in history, or this moment in Black history, and this and that. And I think it was the season 3 episode 1 episode, the one where what was it called? It's a Black President, Huey Freeman. Basically, it was the Obama episode. And during the interview for one of the news outlets, Granddad was asked by the reporter, wait, you spoke about this certain event, but wouldn't that make you like 87 or 95? Shut up, boy, just let me answer the question. So, yeah, it's just ambiguous. And again, kind of like the Joker's past, or, one of many other mysteries in media, maybe it's best left for the audience to determine on their own. But again, if Tyler Perry established a set continuity and age for Madea, then hey, so be it. And I'm not even one to freak out about the plays. It's like, well, in the plays said it, who cares? Like I said, this is remember a couple years ago he said he was going to kill off that old broad, and yet here she is alive and kicking like never before. So let's just run with it. So as always, thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe as we move closer to 200,000 subscribers. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out when I upload content on the channel. And if you would like to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.